We just learned about a new waterfall only 20 miles from us. We've never been there before. Can't wait to go try to get some pictures of it. Okay, so here's the situation. It's the first day of October. It has been a long, drawn out start of fall, the autumn. The kids have started school. I've had some major projects kick off at work, and I have just been tied down with obligations in the community and with the family that have been rewarding, but it's prevented me from going out to take pictures. I this week heard about a waterfall near us, or about within an hour of us, that I've never heard of before, and I thought I've seen all the waterfalls. So I'm excited to go out and check this out, and of course I'm going to bring my camera and set up and try to take some good photos. Now, it might not be a good photo opportunity. The waterfall might be lame, and there might be lots of people or structures or power lines. Who knows what I'm going to get into. When I'm taking pictures of waterfalls, for me, I know that, you know, with photography, I often like to find the golden hour, or early evening, late afternoon, just before sunset. Of waterfalls, it's not so much the golden hour for me. It can't be a bright day. I need to have the waterfall, because of the long exposures and then the depth of gorges and rocks and stuff. I prefer it to be a cloudy day, or in the evening after the sun has started to set and it's in the shadows of the local hills. That's the best time. So for today's adventure, this waterfall called Bonnie Falls that I just heard about, I'm going to head out this evening. I think I'm going to bring the family along, and we're just going to make a hike out of it. Okay, so before I go out and have fun, I have to do my chores. I can't just go have fun. I have to earn it. Girls ready to eat? Starting to think that that hen, the white one, is actually a rooster. It's got a lot of rooster-like characteristics. Uh-oh. A little help? I need a rag. It's emergency. Okay, before I like to head out on my adventures, I always check my gear. I got in my thing, I got my spare lens, my only spare lens. I got some cleaning equipment. I have a flash, which I don't think I'll use on this trip. More cleaning. I've got my charger, because I have a little inverter in the car if I get desperate, which I don't expect to be. And in the side pockets, I think I have, yeah, I've got my polarizer, and I got some ND filters. So that's good, just in case. Everything's just in case. I got raincoat on top, but I don't think I need it. I have my tripod, and then a couple times I've been out on adventures and I forgot to bring the quick release plate on the tripod, and that's been just miserable. So I'm always careful now to make sure I have my quick release plate. Of course, my camera, and then I make sure the battery's charged. And that's really it. That's all I've got for my gear, and I just make sure I have it all. Welcome to Vernonia. Okay, so here you are. You're driving somewhere other than school. What do you think?
It's much better than driving through.
Is it more adventurous?
Yeah.
You too familiar with the trip to school?
Yes. I get to use the GPS for the first time. Ooh, Halloween decoration.
Yes, I put the coordinates in for the trailhead for the falls. We are, so we made it to the trailhead. There's a lot of cars here, which surprised us, but it's not clear where the falls are. It's part of one of those Rails to Trails programs. There's a trail that goes between Vernonia and Scappoose, but it doesn't say where the falls are. So we're going to have to do some exploring and see if we can find it, because it's not real obvious. What is that? Alrighty. Ooh, they're out. They're sharp. Okay, so we've been walking probably about for 15 minutes, and I'm pretty sure we've gone 3/4 of a mile.
Maybe.
And it was only like supposed to be a half mile from that trailhead. It wasn't very clear on how to get there. So we're gonna turn around, head back to the car, and see if we can find something off the side of the road. And maybe we'll get lucky. But so far, we are striking out. Hey, Moana. Hey, Annie. Whoosh. Okay, we're on our way back to the car, and we were being very careful, paying attention to where the creek was and where it might be. And I think I know where it's at. And unfortunately, well, it doesn't matter. It's right off the side of the road. I didn't know it was so close to the highway, and there was parking right next to it. I was led to believe we had to park at a trailhead and nothing. But anyway, we think it's down there right off the road, and we're gonna go check it out. But first, we got to get back to the car or the truck. Okay, here we are, back where we started. So here's a little hint. Bonnie Falls Trailhead is a trailhead on the Crown Zellerback Linear Trail, but it is in no way a trail to Bonnie Falls. So don't fall for it like we did. Here they are, and there's the fish ladder that I heard so much about. And the falls are right behind this rock. I'll have to climb down and go check it out. In 1951, the Oregon Fish Commission built this fish ladder. They did it by blasting through this rock and then constructing it during the summer so that the winter waters could handle it. Also at this site, there was a store that sold smoked fish from all the fish caught at this pool. We found it, Bonnie Falls. This is it. You saw, it wasn't easy to get to, but it was right off the road. I'm a little disappointed with the amount of water going over. It is October, so it's been pretty dry. And most of the water is diverted through this fish ladder. It'd be really cool too if salmon or steelhead were jumping, but they're not. So I'm gonna set up and see if I can't get some photos anyway. See what I can make of this. This is where the salmon used to stop, and the Native Americans used to camp here, and they would fish because this is as far as they would go, and they would gather in this pool, and it was easy fishing for them, easy spearing. I was gonna set up in the stream here, but this guy right here, Sebastian here, he's ready to fight. He says, "Come and get me, come and get me." I'm gonna keep the tripod down low because I want to look up at the falls, give it a little larger than life look. Larger than it actually is. So I took as many pictures as I could of the falls. It wasn't great. I might be able to get something from them, but the falls were just too dry. I might come back some other time when there's actual water flowing over. But behind me is a neat little gorge. I'm gonna see if I can catch something from there. My main concern is the bright sky. I'm not quite sure. I wish I had a gradient filter or something to tone down the sky without tone downing the rest of the scenery, but I don't have anything like that. would like to buy a filter like that, a gradient filter someday, but I don't have one now. So I'm going to see if I can't take a picture and then maybe do something on the computer later in post. All right, it's starting to get too dark. I need to head home. I think I got a couple. I can't wait to get them on the computer and see how they look, but it wasn't a lot. I still enjoyed getting out here. It was worth the adventure of trying. I will always try. That's really what I love about this photography, is maybe not getting the perfect picture, but getting out, doing something, trying, get off the couch, get away from all my house and the chores. So, yep, I'll do this again. I transferred the photos from the camera to the computer tonight, and I kind of checked them out, and I wasn't terribly happy. It was a fun adventure, but the photo spot was a little bit tough. There was no clear subject. The graffiti on the wall was interesting. The waterfall was almost non-existent, so that wasn't a good subject. And you can see in this photo, I tried to make the rocks the subject, and it didn't look too good. It's not very clear what the subject is. So for that reason, this is not a top-level photograph. This was a better adventure than the photographs gave us. On the other picture, I tried to get her to, model for me. So I would at least have a subject in the photo, and I like that one a little better. But again, the lighting, the time of day, we were a little delayed in getting to the falls because we couldn't find it. And again, it's missing a clear subject. Also, the focus was off because I was having some difficulty in the dark. Kind of relying on autofocus too much, and that did not go well. And then the last photo of the gorge, by then, even though in the video it looks like there's more light than there actually was, trying to focus on the image with my old camera, it didn't pan out too well. So when I got home, I didn't have a single picture that was in focus. So that was also a wash. But I still enjoy this. I might go back sometime with a better idea of what I have in mind, but I'm glad that we took the time to check it out. I'm glad we explored, and now there's another spot in my neighborhood, so to speak, that I know about. So it was a good success. In the pictures, I will file them away as possibly a background photo, but definitely not a subject photo. Thank you for tuning in, and maybe there'll be more videos in the future.